Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name's David, and this is a Magic Review. Hey, today we're going to look at Real Ace Cutting from Benjamin Earl and Vanishing Incorporated. All right, so what is Real Ace Cutting? What is this DVD all about? It is totally an instructional DVD. All right, that's really what it is at its core. It's not so much a DVD about different ace cutting tricks per se. It's really about how to incorporate real ace cutting, real time, into perhaps magic tricks you already do. It's more, I would equate it more to kind of like an expert at the card table book. Like if you have expert at the card table, or if you've ever glanced through it or studied it, you'd see that what Erdnase did was he took techniques, right? Specifically techniques about card sharks, you know, and about deception, right? And incorporate that into a book and talked about various ways to do, you know, card controls. What Real Ace Cutting does is very similar. Benjamin Earl talks about controlling stocks, whether it's top stock or bottom stock. He talks about doing real ace cutting in the hands as opposed to real ace cutting on the table, and goes through just an entire gambit of technique. You got 2 hours and 7 minutes of just Benjamin Earl just getting everything out. All the study he's put into this, all the time he's put into this, and just giving it all to you in this like master college level class on performing ace cutting. All right, so a couple questions we always ask about all of our magic reviews, and the first of which is, what's in the box? It's a cardboard DVD sleeve. Inside that, you're getting the DVD only. No gaffs, no tricks, no anything like that. The DVD itself, like I said, is 2 hours and 7 minutes long. Is it what I thought? Absolutely. I don't think there is any deception in the write-up about what it is. It is a instructional DVD on the skills necessary to do live ace cutting. I mean, seemingly, yeah, I mean, impromptu, really, and being able to pull it off and being able to look like you're doing what you're doing. Skill level involved. I would definitely say this is the intermediate to advanced level. I mean, especially to be able to pull it off the way you watch Benjamin do it in the commercial. But yeah, I think that beginners could, I don't want to scare beginners away. Beginners really could pull this off. I'm just saying, this has got to be something you really want to do. I mean, this is, I mean, and I equated it to expert at the card table at the beginning of this. I'll do it again. You know, the way expert at the card table really is overwhelming sometimes for the entry-level magician. I think that there's some overwhelming aspects to this too. And so I would just say, you gotta be in it, right? You gotta be in it to win it, to wanna be able to commit to learning some of these techniques. I think it'll only make you a better magician, absolutely. So if you were entry-level magician or a beginner, I would say this would only make you better. I just don't wanna frustrate you to make you think that this is just like a bunch of tricks in a row. It's not a bunch of tricks. This is a lot of skill and technique that is definitely going to require a lot of practice. What's the overall quality and production value of the video? Vanishing Incorporated makes great videos. It's all just straight on Benjamin Earl talking to the camera. Mostly he's seated. There's a couple standing shots. It bounces back and forth between waist-high shots and close-up shots. You get everything you need. He's well mic'd. It's all filmed against a stark white background. He's wearing dark colors so it stands out. There's a looping background music that I didn't really love, but you know, that's okay. All right, so what's taught on the DVD? A lot of the times you're gonna get multiple performing angles, so you'll see what the spectator sees, and then you'll see another shot of what the magician would see. And so that's really good that you get to see both of those. And then, man, just watching him perform is almost worth the DVD itself. I mean, even as a magician, and you're thinking to yourself, all right, he's doing a false shuffle or a false cut, or he's controlling a stock here or a stock there, it doesn't matter, because when you're watching him, you're thinking, oh my gosh, that's incredible. Like, you can appreciate it as a spectator, but you can also appreciate it on another level as a magician, watching the grace that is put into that. I mean, it's effortless. To be able to pull out 4 aces like that, at different times and all the different types of revelations he has, and the way he just puts this little routine together, it's really great. So you're gonna learn culling the aces, obviously. You're gonna learn how to locate them and then control them. And then of course, creating a persona that says, oh, I'm memorizing where these cards are, right? Because that's what you're trying to portray. You're trying to portray somebody who's memorized where the cards are in the stack. And so how do you convey that? He's gonna teach you card game controls, breaks, shuffles, lots and lots of revelations, false cuts, rolling the deck, jogs, stock control, both top and bottom stock, lots of false shuffles, lots of strip cuts. Again, I'm gonna compare it to Erdnase. You know, he's gonna do stuff in the hands, and then he's gonna repeat it for people on the table. So back and forth. And then time and time again, he's gonna keep coming back to how this isn't really scripted for him. He does this a lot through improvisation. He's trying to act as though it's real because he wants it to be as real as possible. So a lot of times as magicians, we have this script, right? We script it all out, so much so that we script our movements and we say, okay, this is where I do this and this is where I do this. But maybe the reason why Benjamin isn't really teaching you necessary effects is because he wants you to create something that's a little bit more organic, where you are thinking in the moment as you are doing this. You're thinking, all right, what am I gonna do next? Well, I think I'll reveal this card this way. And that kind of forces you to not necessarily stumble or look awkward, but just look more convincing. Like you are actually doing what you're doing. You know, you're experiencing a decision-making moment in front of your spectators. They're watching you going through that, and it makes it look like the decisions you're making are real, because they are. Does that make sense? I mean, he's combining real techniques with a in-the-moment authenticity. You know, marrying those two together, I think is going to create a more magical moment. And I think that's what Benjamin Earl would argue for, to create a more magical moment. It's going to look so processed and so, you know, manufactured. You ever watched boring 4-ace cutting? You know, like there's an ace, there's an ace, there's an ace. You're like, whoopee. You know, he's doing something that's combined with these beautiful shuffles, combined with these beautiful false cuts, combined with these beautiful strip outs and these beautiful revelations, putting something together organically that looks like you've found the aces, you know, from a shuffled deck, you've memorized where they were, and now as you shuffle and do these strip outs, these cards are just magically appearing. And I think the more organic, the more in the moment you can make it, the more beautiful it's gonna be. How much practice does this require? A lot. I don't know how else to put that. A lot of practice. Positives, all right, so what are the positives to real ace cutting? Everything Benjamin Earl does looks effortless. It's like watching a ballerina pirouette across the stage. Fans of serious card work and controls will have a wealth of material to study for a lifetime. Is it worth your money? It's 35 bucks. $35 for over 2 hours of card controls, shuffles, strip outs, stock controls. Oh my gosh, it's totally worth it. Anytime you can sit down and listen to Benjamin Earl talk about cards, it's worth your money. Who would like this? Fans of card controls, fans of real ace cutting tricks, fans of quality products put out by Vanishing Incorporated, fans of Benjamin Earl. So many target audience members, I think, would love this. This is a great DVD. I would only be worried if this was a limited run and it would sell out. So don't wait, make your purchase, select this, get this. It's awesome. All right, so that's everything I can say about real ace cutting from Benjamin Earl and Vanishing Incorporated. Of course, I want to thank Murphy's Magic Supplies for allowing me to have this so that I could do the review for you. And if you would like to purchase it for yourself, you can find it wherever quality Murphy's Magic products are sold. Thanks, bye.